असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मामृतं गमय।
असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मामृतं गमय।
असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मामृतं गमय।
असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मामृतं गमय। सहनावतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मामृतं गमय। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। Good morning. Belated Independence Day greetings. మీరు MWF కాబట్టి మీరు నిన్న రాలేదు. So I'm greeting you today. I'm conveying my good wishes. So please see page number 101 for today's quote. The second quote in the page. Religion is the one and the sole interest of the people of India. This is the one great truth India has to teach to the world, because it is nowhere else. This is spirituality, the science of the soul. Religion is the one and the sole interest of the people of India. This is the great truth India has to teach to the world, because it is nowhere else. This is spirituality, the science of the soul. భారతదేశం ప్రపంచానికి ఆధ్యాత్మికతను బోధించాలి. భారతదేశం అంటేనే ఆధ్యాత్మిక భూమి, త్యాగ భూమి, తపోభూమి, ధర్మభూమి అంటున్నారు స్వామీజీ. మనకి స్వాతంత్రం వచ్చి 76 సంవత్సరాలు అయింది. 77 సంవత్సరం అడుగుపెట్టాం. చాలా రంగాల్లో అద్భుతమైనటువంటి అభివృద్ధిని సాధించాం. రైట్, వండర్ఫుల్ ప్రోగ్రెస్ we have achieved in many fields. But we know that actually, though we have advanced in many areas, when it comes to our personal lives, we know what kind of suffering exists in the societies, human societies. Don't get me wrong, but just now one basic student came and he was telling me, Swamiji, I have this problem. I'm not able to concentrate my mind. So we were just discussing casually. He's told, when he was in engineering, when he was in the first year engineering, only one person used to drink in his class. By the time he came to final year engineering, only he is the only person left out. Everybody else started drinking. In 4 years, this is what happened. So why we are all going to in this direction? I think I have told you already Swamiji's definition of human being. Human being is a curious mixture of devil, man and God. This is not a simple machine. There are 3 things here. One is the devil, second is man, the third is God. So had we come here with a simple software like a dog or cat, life would have been simple. But this human life is not that simple. So to manifest the divine to the exclusion of the devil, we need culture, we need spirituality. Bharatadesham tapobhumi, India actually is a land of penance, of forefathers, to control mind, to transcend mind, and to attain to that state of infinite peace and beatitude, namely Kaivalya. They would meditate and meditate, not for 1 day, not for 1 week, not for 1 month, not for 1 year, years together, with the hope of conquering the mind, because they could discern, they could understand that beyond mind lies our true nature, which is Atman, which is consciousness. Today we have completely forgotten. In India also, Sapobhumi, nobody talks about tapas. Nobody is talking about controlling the mind. It's all indulgence and indulgence. We have imported this culture from the West for sure. We have forgotten our ideals for sure. Nothing of that, the great spiritual wisdom that has come to us through generations is being taught in our curriculum, either in schools or colleges. Because of that, they have understood human nature. There are only 2 things. If you don't try to manifest your divine nature, the opposite will happen. The devil will come out more. అందుకనే మనిషికి సంస్కృతి, ఆధ్యాత్మికత చాలా అవసరం. ఎంత అవసరం అంటే ఆహారం కన్నా ఈ 2 ఎక్కువ ఇంపార్టెంట్ నన్ను అడిగితే. దే ఆర్ మోర్ ఇంపార్టెంట్ దాన్ ద ఫిజికల్ ఫుడ్, బట్ విచ్ పీపుల్ డోంట్ అండర్స్టాండ్. సో యూ హ్యావ్ టు ఎంపవర్ పీపుల్ కల్చరల్లీ అండ్ స్పిరిచువల్లీ. Without that cultural and spiritual empowerment, you will never be able to make yourself truly happy and fulfilled. But today it has become optional. It is not there in families mostly, and also in schools and colleges not being taught. So today, if you look at the world, they measure, the progress of a country. For example, there is an advanced nation, developed nation. How they measure the development of a country? They measure the development of a country in terms of per capita income. We all know. ఒక దేశం అభివృద్ధి చెందినటువంటి దేశం అని చెప్పడానికి ఏది కులబద్ద? ఆ దేశంలో ఉన్నటువంటి ప్రజల యొక్క ఆదాయం, per capita income. India, of course, definitely an underdeveloped nation if you apply that yardstick. But I want to tell you but that is not the right yardstick to measure the progress and development of a nation. It need not be money. So, for example, the cultural wealth that you have, the spiritual wealth that you have, that is not factored in, that is not taken into consideration. Only physical wealth, per capita energy consumption, per capita food consumption, per capita milk consumption, per capita, fuel consumption. Based on that, actually, you try to, decide whether the country is advanced or not. And so-called progress or advanced nations also are not that happy. We know the societies are not doing that great. But that's why Swamiji again and again would talk spirituality, spirituality, spirituality. If you don't empower the people with the spiritual ideals, and if you don't bring them to tapas and that spirit of self-sacrifice, which actually helps you to transcend the mind, go beyond your own lower passions and instincts, human societies will not be able to, really, achieve that kind of advancement that you're hoping for. And Swamiji beautifully says machines can never make man happy. If you just look at last 50 years, the inventions that have happened, that have taken place in the world, that did not happen in the last 5,000 years. 5,000 సంవత్సరాల్లో జరగనటువంటి ఆవిష్కరణలు, కొత్త ఆవిష్కరణలు గత 50 సంవత్సరాలు జరిగాయి మానవాళి ప్రోగ్రెస్లో, పురోభివృద్ధిలో. బట్ has all the development that we have brought into our system, has it helped us to have a better experience of life? Has it brought more joy and more peace into human lives? No, we all know that, right? Today, actually, the psychological suffering that exists in human society, and people are talking about a mental health pandemic, right? ఇక మానసిక సమస్యలు ఎంతగా పెరిగినాయంటే ఏ స్థాయిలో. Why? Now you compare yourself with your neighbor and she has more, he has more, I have less. So we are living in urban areas, and this comparison is natural. So much of advertisement through TVs and other things. Everybody has multiple desires, but your capacity and capability to satisfy all the desires is not there. So your aspirations, your hopes are so much, and whereas your capability to fulfill all those aspirations or hopes is minimum, and so there's a huge gap between these two. That's why you always feel unfulfilled, some kind of dissatisfaction, some kind of ennui, what you call emptiness. So this disillusionment creeps in, and to come out of that, because you are not able to handle your own mind, your thoughts are not making you feel happy about yourself, and people are automatically get drifting towards alcohol, and sometimes in the extreme cases a drug. This is all increasing. You see, that's why what happened, you see, you're not really progressing. That's why spirituality and culture become more important at a human level. We are not that simple like an animal. So this is actually, the mind is too complex, and if you don't consciously manifest the divine in you, automatically the devil actually takes the upper hand. So either you have to do this, there is nothing like a default expression. No, I don't want to express divine, neither I want to express devil. I will just want to be just like me. No, not possible. Either you have to express this or express that. If you don't make a conscious effort to express the divine, automatically the opposite will happen. The devil will come out more, right? So that's why it's very important to have culture and to have spirituality. So India actually is the cultural and spiritual capital of the world, and we need to cherish our treasure, and then we need to give it to the rest of the world. That is the only solution for all the problems of the world. Culture and spirituality, cultural empowerment and spiritual empowerment. This is the need of the hour. I hope actually our policymakers and the people will realize it in the near future and bring in some kind of tapas into their personal lives and make this country a glorious nation again, like it was 1,000 years back, a few thousand years back, Vedic India. ఆ రకమైన భారతదేశాన్ని మళ్ళీ మనం నిర్మించడానికి పూనుకోవాలి. Then only we'll have true progress. Thank you. Nice day.